sometimes things aren't rematerializing because they'll be sent to the main system at the receiving base, and the main system is technically offline, so it gets shunted into the backup buffers, and in the backup buffers are randomly going down, wiping themselves, usually as the main is coming back up. And so, and without the proper parts and stuff that they're talking about, that's going to be a thing that will continue to get worse and worse in those specific locations.
See, look, I got my cakes.
And they were trying to figure out if there was a way to fix those. And then the guy who was up there, the teacher, was pulled away. And so Lakesh was pretty much just up there writing computer code all by himself, and you were there. And a few minutes after that, Valerie, the vampire chick, comes through the gateway, comes up and lets you know that your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Back down Cerberus, and she tries to talk you into going. We just kind of assumed you went back down because nothing else was happening up on the moon at that point. The moon at that point.
Whoa.
Yay!
Woo!
And Lamp so very helpfully translated everything that they were saying.
with his Star Wars like subtitles.
Yes. Gets smaller at the top. Anyways, so we just kind of assumed that since you weren't there last week, you went back down to help out Bridget, because she was trying to reprogram the computers for easier point-and-click dialing. And they said that it was really bad because she'd been up for days. And one of the things that she was trying to program in, because it seems to be happening, is when there's an incoming transmission, if there's anything in the chambers, as of right now, it's digitizing everything in the chamber and then deleting it. And I mean, that's the way the systems were designed, to make sure that there was nothing in the way of the incoming transmission. Because back when these were run by the military, nothing was to be left in there. You teleport, you take everything out. But with the more recent traveling back and forth, it's quite possible, because it only takes a few seconds for an incoming transmission to hit. It's possible that as you guys are still laying there unconscious on the floor after transmission, before you're able to get up and leave the chamber, somebody else could try to dial into Cerberus, at which point you would all be dead. So she's trying to fix that before it became a bad problem. And so she's trying to make it to where instead of deleting it, it sends that off into a secondary buffer, one that's separate from the main system, and it can hold it there until... Anyways, while she was trying to reprogram all of that, she'd been up for days and days. And she'd been using these caffeine patches and stuff to stay awake. And she's like, it's okay. I've been awake for 14 days with no side effects. Ah! You know.
I've been awake for days with no side effects.
And so anyways, she was like, I can't stop until we get this fixed, because this is going to be a problem. and
Just a
so
minor one.
yeah, just a minor one. Nothing big, right? But Valerie had the great idea, since everybody else was busy, to see if we could go and get the biggest brain that we had to come and help with the problems. We just kind of assumed you came down and helped her to finish that up for last week, because there was nothing going on the moon.
That's what we figured.
Yay. Yes. So, was Henry going back to Cerberus as well? So he's going to keep doing that after he sends them over?
Yep.
Okay.
Because he's like, finally some peace and quiet.
Finally some peace and quiet in this place. All right. So, Valerie, some unknown, like 14-year-old kid, and the 6-year-old creepy girl that you guys already know, Camille, all appear in the chamber with Lamp. Lamp is there as well. So they warp back into Cerberus. Right
Eric
now
is
they're
there as well.
unconscious because, What'd you say?
I said Eric is there too.
Yes, and Eric. Keep forgetting about Eric.
He's not important.
I don't know how I keep forgetting about Eric. He's gigantic and he's your big daddy and you like to ride on him and stuff, so.
Probably why you keep forgetting about it, is you're trying to block that shit out.
What? Stop with your dirty mind. So anyways, yeah, they're going to be unconscious for a couple minutes because that's what happens every time. Usually you guys are all together, so you don't really notice that one of you is unconscious.
We're having a breakup.
Hey, at least it's not unconscious for 15 minutes like it used to be. Now it's just a couple minutes. Once they get everything fully upgraded, then hopefully you guys will stop being unconscious and not upgraded, fixed, repaired. That's what I was trying to get, repaired. But then it'll go back to operating the way it used to operate.
We're
All
not
right,
laying down.
Yes, where you don't end up laying down and you're not unconscious because the computer's still trying to figure out how to make your brain function properly again. Hey, nobody ever asked what the side effects were of this thing. I remember the time that Valerie popped back in and had a fountain of blood erupt from her face. That was funny.
Awkward.
Oh, God. It was just
Okay.
weird.
I should have the dog settled now.
Did
Who
you
let
get
the
him
dogs
to-
out?
Oh, I just went and fed him. Anyways,
All right. So you were staying at the other place, right? To work on
Yep.
the reactor? You didn't go to Cerberus?
nope.
Okay. All right, so
Currently, it's me and the sentry bots.
yes. Okay.
And
So-
whatever else is in that base that I don't know about.
Yes, that's the fun part. Because her lab is still in the base.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near that, and I've closed every. I've done the same procedure as before. All the blast doors are closed from, other than the ways to the nuclear reactor and to the mat trans.
Keith. Save.
He's trying to take precautions. So
A
anyway,
little bit overkill, but it's fine.
Everybody except Henry is now back at Cerberus. What are you guys doing?
Let's go to the moon.
Bridget? Yeah, she temporarily stopped to get everybody out of the mat trains and stuff. But all right, so Camille, what are you doing?
Bugging Skippy to take us to the moon. But I want to show him the ship. It might be his mom's ship.
It's my mom's ship. It's my mom's ship.
And say why I don't know. So
I'm just curious. Even if it is mom's ship, is that really important?
She might have left something on it.
She was just here. Why didn't we just ask her? Where'd she go?
She went away with Daddy. But if it's her ship, I want to see what's on it.
I don't know how to turn it on. But I can get inside.
So if you can just tell us the numbers to get to the moon, we will get out of your hair. Bridget's like, yeah, that's not one that I've got programmed into our GUI system yet.
Okay.
give Bridget
Sorry, your microphone cut out. What was that?
I'll just give Bridget
Alrighty.
I
So-
don't care
All right. So roll your I think your hacking skill is like one of your higher ones, right? All right. Roll your hacking skill, and you'll assist Bridget here. This is not the skill I'm looking for. It's definitely not the right one.
so
Didn't you have yours digitally?
actually
The same number. Or don't you have like 18 minus or something?
so
I saw her counting on her fingers, so I started doing it too.
I got it on
You got what? Okay, so roll yours and tell me how many successes you get to modify Bridget's roll. 8, she gets a +4. Combined together, then you guys ended up making it by 15. So you guys have all of the places that you guys have gone to. You guys now have push button capability to dial to. On the thing, you just click on the redoubt and click dial, and it will send the mat trends there when you guys go to use it. and they put in one of the other side effects, or not side effects, the side things that she wanted to put in was that if the door was not opened within 10 minutes, it will automatically send you back to where you came from, back here at Cerberus.
Nice.
She got that idea when you guys had a problem when you were underwater, and you guys couldn't figure out how to get out to where the computer is, or even to just open the door and close it for a random jump. So she decided she wanted to try to program that in. So if something happened and it wasn't safe for you guys to leave, if you just sat there for 10 minutes, it would bring you back.
Nice.
And so any new addresses that you get will automatically have a button assigned to them. All you have to do is just rename it whatever it is. Until you rename it, it'll just have, whatever one in the list it is. Number 12. Something like that. But anyways, so an hour later, unless Camille or Valerie is going to go do something.
I wait patiently, as patient as a 6-year-old can.
So not patient.
Nope. Probably randomly poking buttons on my decoy keyboard.
Yes. Your decoy
Because I
keyboard.
haven't discovered that the keyboard is a decoy. It's just the keyboard. I don't get slapped when I
Yeah, that one's the one that you're allowed to touch. All right. Henry, why don't you roll me a nuclear engineering, modifying what was your profession skill? Do you actually have a profession skill?
Other than mechanical nuclear, I have nuclear engineering as a knowledge skill.
Right, you're going to use that to modify, I guess it would be electronics. You have electronics, right?
I have electronics, nuclear physics, mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, environmental, electrical.
Right, but
chemical.
all of those are going to be knowledge.
So the only knowledges I have are mechanical, nuclear, and theoretical.
All right.
All the rest are science skill.
Okay. But we're looking for actual physical skills, which would be electronics,
Scientist.
mechanics.
Physics.
Okay, and so you have PS, which stands for profession skill.
Yep.
Of scientist. All right, so use nuclear physics modifying your scientist skill.
Okay.
By the way, thank you, Sapphire, for getting that stupid fucking song stuck in my head. It's raining tacos.
I love that one.
So I made it by 6, so that'll give me a +3 to my scientist roll.
I sing that song every time I eat tacos.
Made it by 7.
7 total?
Yes, sir.
Not a very good roll on the second one there, huh? Anyways, so about an hour later, you've gotten another truckload of stuff disassembled and ready to go back to Cerberus.
Okay.
I
I will start transporting.
Okie dokie. Alrighty.
Hopefully not at the same exact time that people are trying to transport.
Yes. Cole, I need you to roll me a d6, and I'm going to roll one here, and we're going to see what happens. Funny if we get the same number.
5.
All right. Good, it was not the same number. All right, so everybody that's back at Cerberus, Skippy, are you going with them back to the moon? Or are you just staying here and just sending them? All right. So, deal with Nazis. All right, so Camille, Sebastian, and Valerie all climb into the chamber and fires up, and And they're now on the moon.
Woo!
Before the thing even spins down, you can hear, and another one goes off. And there is Henry with a load of somewhat radioactive nuclear parts.
It's all good. It's only somewhat.
Only somewhat. It's all right.
Because they, you know,
Just slightly higher than the background radiation.
Anyways,
Well, I start moving them to the other cart,
okay.
having Travis's character take it off to the nuclear reactor storage.
Sounds good. All right, so
Head right back to the other base.
back at it. All righty. All right. Camille, Valerie, you guys are all on the moon now together.
woo! I start putting on the
There are no spacesuits.
dang it.
Are you leaving the chamber?
Yeah.
As you leave the chamber, you walk through the first tunnel, the one where you were putting your handprints all over the top the first time.
Are my handprints still there?
Yes, because nobody's come through to clean.
Woo!
Anyways, when you get to the control room, you actually see Lakesh sitting there. Hello, my little friend. How are you doing this evening? Or the morning? What is it down on Earth? As she sits there all stunned. Was it evening or morning? Or and she's all like, deer in a headlight.
Trying to figure out how to respond.
Well, you wouldn't have understood him because he's speaking in English.
Yeah, I know.
Sebastian leans forward and speaks to him, informs him that, it was nighttime.
Okay.
Then he looks at you and he's like, why didn't you talk to him? He was asking you a question. He's
I
speaking
don't
in
know what. I didn't understand him.
You don't understand him?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I don't know what language he speaks.
He speaks English, the weird accent, but it's just English.
I know like 2 words.
And angels. He's an angel.
I like hold up like 3 fingers, but I'm like I know like 2 words.
I know 2 words.
It's like 2 words. Pick number 3, my lord. Pick number 3.
Are you waiting? There's your hand. So anyways, I can tell you what he says and I can talk to him for you if you want.
Okay.
Well then.
I was training to be a communications officer when I grew up.
Ooh.
Do you need me to tell him anything for you?
Where are the suits to go outside?
So he turns and passes on the information, and Lakesh responds back, there are no more suits. You do not need them to go outside. If you look over there, we now have a permanent tube that leads from here to the main buildings.
That didn't take them long at all.
Well, hell, Skippy and Henry rebuilt the building that we're in right now in like 2 hours. They've had 25 days. So, what? Need outside.
I'm telling you,
Telling
it's like a bio-infection in here right now.
A bioinfection? Why you say that?
Because Christian was coughing. He's been
Oh.
coughing for a while.
That was from the mask, wasn't it?
Oh,
Oh, that's what it was. He was in there for like 2 hours. He's Anyways, so back on the moon. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
No, because if it was an old lady, there would be a shit ton more stuff everywhere. So not an old lady.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right. Glitter.
Ooh, you know what your next chore needs to be?
Here.
On a 20 by 30 lot, I want you to do a 2-story house with a basement of a habitual hoarder.
Just random junk everywhere.
all of the Baby Yoda statues.
Nothing but 1 square walkways through the entire houseway. Even through rooms that are like 8 by 8 squares, you have a single 1 square walkway through the entire houseway. Everything else is covered up with clutter and tables and stacks of papers and. Huh? You do that for me?
Probably
A
can.
cat
Yes! I can come up with all of the weird.
That's like my least favorite part of
Is the making the things pretty?
no, the insides.
sorry.
Yeah, the whole stream sees it.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, and camera 2.
Well, no. Oh,
Ew.
I'm watching the delayed video and it's
Yes. That's what I was doing. As soon as you switched back to me, I had that whole. All right. So, anyways, yeah, he tells you that there's a passageway. You don't need suits. Go
Cool.
open the door.
Let's go.
Oh, bang. So are you heading out? Are you staying in here with Lakesh? Going back to Earth? Going to sleep? Going pee? What are you doing?
I'm taking Sebastian over to the ship.
You go through the walkway, all the way around to the vehicle bay, and it's empty.
What? Where'd they all go?
You come back 1 year. No shit. Yeah, no vehicles at all in here, actually.
Not even the tarp covered one.
Nope, nothing. No, totally, man. That one's all gone.
Oh man. I go to the spot where it was at. It's like it was right here. I don't know where they all went.
Perception roll for you, and
Woo.
Valerie, if you're there too.
Two.
You made it by 2. Made it by 2.
Made it by 8.
Two. Two. Everybody.
2.
8.
You made it by 8.
I rolled a 4.
Holy
And I have a
shit.
And I have a 12 minus.
Well, you wasted it on a perception roll. What the hell?
Yeah, well, not really wasted for her character. You're like, it was right here, and you glance down and you can see tiny little scratches on the ground, and you kind of like follow them over, and it looks like it led over to the elevator that brought up vehicles from the lower level.
Mm-hmm.
You never went down that elevator, so you don't know how to operate it, but it looks as if it was on that platform and then it was moved off that platform, presumably after it was lowered down.
I'm gonna attempt to figure out how to make it work.
The elevator?
Yes.
All right. Do you have an engineering skill?
No.
All right, intelligence roll it is.
Do I have any disadvantage?
Nope, no disadvantage.
Eh.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty smart 6-year-old.
What
I'm
if
a
I
12
jump up and
minus.
down?
I made it by 2.
You made it by 2? So you
Yeah.
wander around a little bit, and eventually you find the video from Twitch.
Jump, jump, jump. Except for being like, wee, wee.
All right. Anyways, you look around for a little bit, and then you find a button on the ground that you can push with your foot, and that activates it to start moving in the direction it's not in.
I pushed the button.
And the whole platform. Are you with her, by the way?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So all 3 of you are on the platform, and it starts going down. And as it goes down, you can start to see the underneath side. It literally looks as if they've taken the vehicles that were all parked up there and just kind of shoved them in the corner. They're all kind of jumbled up with each other.
Okay. Maybe they had to get them out of the way so that they could build the tunnel. Okay, Sam
Train.
Regal.
I was trying to touch your head, and then you like jammed your earphones into me. How rude.
Apparently, Critical Role is having technical difficulties with their stream too.
Rude.
Because Sam just tweeted about it.
Everybody is using the internet. It's not enough.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn neighbors all using up my freaking streaming internet.
Okay. Well, since it looks like they're all piled in a corner, I don't think it'll be too hard to find the ship I'm looking for.
Nope. You find it real easy.
Since I still don't know how to turn it on, I'm just gonna crawl through the exhaust pipe again.
Okay. The 14-year-old is standing behind you, going, "I can't get in that way. Where's the door?"
I don't know.
You want to look around for a door? Okay. Exceptional. Well, he ain't finding shit.
How wooed.
Achunda, how would?
Six. Divided by 5.
You mean by 5? You're like, there seems to be a small seam here that could possibly be a door, but there's no door handle. Don't forget to put things on all of those shelves.
Why is it doing that?
Doing what?
Oh, nothing. Just audio weirdness.
Oh yeah, the choppy audio.
Not choppy, it's stream audio weirdness. It's fine now, but it was
Oh,
being
okay.
really weird earlier.
How odd.
Very, very odd.
So do you guys see that our pictures are pixelized, or is that just on my computer?
Yes. Your picture is pixelized. The only ones that are clear are mine and Cole's.
I was going to say, nobody else is really moving around. Move around, people.
But I'm
Yeah,
also
see-
using a 4K camera, so that
I was gonna say you have no room to talk.
I mean,
Yeah, yours is actually the most pixelized on my screen, Christian.
is it?
Yeah.
you're the most pixelized on mine for Nick.
Yeah, I think it's whoever's in the middle. Because the picture's blown up more.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
Because when I look at it on Restream, mine looks fine, Cole's looks fine, Sapphire's looks good, yours is pixelated as hell, and then
mine looks okay.
yeah.
See, if I
yours-
just stopped being so animated, then it wouldn't be a big problem.
yeah, but where's the fun?
Stop.
No, we just need to upgrade your camera. It's
No, my camera is a new camera.
It's
Yeah,
probably
weird then.
just because of
or bandwidth.
bandwidth limitations with Discord. So
Yeah.
It could be.
See, I wonder if next time we should try the Google Hangouts, because it doesn't have that problem. That's what they're using for the school. They can have like 20 people on there. Anyways,
We're gonna try it next week.
so you find the you found the doorway.
Found something that could have been a door. Maybe.
Oh, I've called lamp in there so I have light because it's dark.
Yeah, actually, by the time you get through twisting and turning in the engine area, you come out on the other side, and Lamp is already sitting there waiting.
yeah,
Awesome.
the reason that all of them are bad is, or all of them except for mine are bad, is because I'm using a nicer camera. But we had somebody in chat saying all 5 of you look bad, but the bottom right is higher quality.
Oh yeah, it's a higher quality bad
It's a higher quality bad.
or lower quality bad, because
Well,
less bad, strong bad.
Strong bad?
I don't
Alright,
really
anyways.
have a choice on cameras.
Yeah, cell phone camera is the way to go for you.
It was the only way. Because my computer is stupid, so right now it is my character sheet, so it can be useful.
You will be useful. You'll be a productive person in this. Anyways,
Yeah, it's
Continuing
it's keeping my phone alive, and it's my character sheet. So it's just a glorified battery pack.
See, really, what it is that our whole issue with the camera quality is it's an internet's conspiracy. That's all it is.
see. All right, so who did what?
Useless.
Thank you for the
Okay.
bits.
Woo! The best.
You're the bitch.
We don't need to be degrading into the gutter again. We don't have the gutter master here to.
Oh, and I gotta say, the fact that we were just talking about being a useful member in our society, and this just happened to come from the useless midget. That's awesome. Thank you, useless midget. You are awesome. Homestar Runner. Yes, exactly. See? Somebody got it. Sorry, I had to pull up both of the chats here.
I know that's what I'm doing.
Because I was like, all right, somebody's talking somewhere and I'm not seeing it. Then it dawned on me, I closed out the Twitch one when he went offline earlier. So I've got to bring it back.
Well, we got 100 bits to get a campaign update.
I can do that. I just gotta log in.
All right, so Cole, quick campaign update. What's going on?
Okay, so we're in a world that's sort of similar to the Fallout universe, but it's based off a book series called Deathland. We all woke up on the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier in cryostasis from varying points in history. Narrowly escaped with the skin of our teeth. And me with my life because I almost fell out of a helicopter.
That was funny.
Well, wait, I did. But
You
luckily
did.
I had a safety harness that didn't break.
Yes, that didn't break.
It
That
was funny.
Roll for breakage.
Let's see, we got to the beach, semi-crash landed.
Henry threw a grenade.
What year
At
does this
himself?
take place? It takes place, what was it, like
It's 2275.
2275. That's right. But everything's like nuclear wasteland.
Yeah. So in the year, this campaign was originally created while Obama was still in office, and so it was. What happened? They took people with special types of DNA and or special skills and put them in. Later on, they were putting them in cryopods, but they were preserving them much like Walt Disney was in the beginning, but whole body, not just head. Not able to hear me at all?
No, I couldn't hear Christian at all.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not doing anything. Streamlabs is being a bitch.
Heck yeah, bitch! Not able to hear me at all. I heard that. So anyways, fast forward to 2275. People have come out of the underground bunkers. Some people didn't make it to the underground bunkers, and their society has been somewhat surviving on the surface for the last couple hundred years. The lucky ones made it to some cryopods or had already been taken. But one thing that he didn't mention is when they woke up out of these cryopods on the USS Nimitz, it wasn't just from different points in history. There also seemed to be things that didn't ever exist. There was a unicorn there. There is, as you can see, that person over there. She is a vampire. The one down there, they found him a few days afterwards. He is a describe Skippy in your own words.
So Skippy is
All right, Cole's gonna have to describe it because we can't hear you at all.
Are you muted?
I am muted. Holy crap.
You're back.
Called
There
it.
we go. You mess with the mics and then shit gets real, you know? So, I am an artificial intelligence, and I came across really loud. I apologize. But I'm shaped like a beer can, or a soda can, or whatever. I can, yeah, that size, that shape, but I can shrink myself down to the size of like a lipstick tube, so I can fit in your pocket, but I can also go all the way up to, I don't know, a 50-gallon barrel or something like that. Yeah. Stupid smart AI.
That's just what you look like in this dimension, though.
Right, that is the only, that's what I'm represented as in this space-time. So.
And then we had her, the one that keeps waving at us. Slim down and expand. Oh my god, that would be horrible. She was from, if you've ever seen the BioShock series of games, she is actually playing a little sister from the BioShock series. She even has a Big Daddy with her. So they haven't quite figured out how all of these people. Yes. She actually has that as one of her flaws, that she's creepy. So we're not using the D&D system
Big Daddy guy
for our rule set. We are using a system called the Hero System.
I think I put him over here.
It allows for a much wider creativity. Nobody can design two characters exactly the same, even if they tried to like be the exact same type of character.
And you use D6, 3D6 for your rolls.
Yes. The rolls are usually with a 3D6. Here's your Big Daddy. He looks a little too small to be riding around on, though.
Well, you know.
It's perspective, right? If he was right up next to the camera, he'd be the right size. Yeah, see? Now he's perfect. And then we've got down there in that corner, you'll see we've got Dr. General. Henry, what was it? Is it Henry Knight?
Did you really forget my guy's name again?
Well, I can't remember if there's Henry Knight and Daniel Stone, right? Those were the two.
Yeah, you got them correct.
Okay. So we've got Dr. General Henry Knight. He was actually from before the time the bombs fell, and he had a military commission. He was a general. That's why he's called Dr. General. He was a research scientist with the R&D department of the military. He actually worked on some of these secret type of things, which is really good because part of his background stuff, he purchased access to military stuff. He actually have a military background, and so now when we come to military complexes, a lot of the times he's got login credentials. Greatly makes things easier. Completely amoral. The ends justify the means. He will walk up to random children and inject them with chemical compounds that he just wants to see what happens to humans on.
Totally.
Yep.
He just wants to see the world burn. It's fine.
I once saw him sitting. He went into the bathroom, and he's sitting in a stall, and he waits until somebody comes in and sits in the stall next to him. And then he takes a needle, reaches underneath the stall divider, and injects the guy in the leg. When the guy freaks out and comes running out, and he's like, got his clipboard there. How do you feel? Do you have any headaches yet? You know. So.
Yep. That's
very
me.
interesting. And but so they've been introduced to a COG facility, a continuity of government facility called Cerberus, a great big huge underground military bunker. One of the technologies that was there is a thing called a MATTRAN system, short for matter transference. It allows it to connect to any other MATTRANS system. When they found it, it was badly damaged, and there was no way to actually send it somewhere. But now they've gained the ability to dial to certain specific locations that they've discovered. So if they're out in their travels and they come across another one of these COG facilities and it has a MATTRAN system, they can go in and get the 16-digit code and use that to dial back to here so they can quickly transfer from one place to the other. A few weeks ago, they were on the moon, dealing with the Nazis that live on the opposite side of the moon.
Space
think Iron
Nazis.
Sky.
Space Nazis.
Think Iron Sky. Of course, they've been living there for quite a few hundred years now, instead of just a few decades. And they really don't care what happened on Earth anymore. They consider themselves separate from the people down there now, and they're actually somewhat all right.
They're not total jerks.
Yes. But so they've jumped to a few different facilities. They've been trying to grab pieces of electronics and mechanical components to try to repair this MATTRAN system to where it doesn't completely screw them over every single time they go, because it's badly damaged after hundreds of years of not use. And so they've been slowly fixing it up. Space Nazis are so cliche. See, but these were nice space Nazis, completely backwards. See?
Oh, kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
They were completely nice until somebody
We
tried
get
to
it,
push
right?
their buttons, literally. I gotta say,
pushing buttons.
this is so fun, using the actual positions as I'm like talking to the people. Anyways,
We're straight up the 21st century Brady Bunch.
Oh, Brady Bunch.
We need to come up with a song for that.
Oh,
That'd be funny.
useless midgets, because we get it. You vape, bottom right.
Yep.
That's you, Christian.
Bottom left too, but it is what it is.
I think it's just that you're a lot closer to your camera or more zoomed in.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom corners are the fog machine.
Yes.
We use it for ambiance.
Create the
We just need
ambiance.
to have
See-
the smoke just go up to the bottom.
See, the two in the bottom, they're the fog machines for the ambiance. The two in the top are our pretty ones. And then here in the center, I'm just the goofy one.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much. Sums it up.
anyways, so that's pretty much what's happened. They found some weird experiments in each one of these government facilities, because each facility seems to have focused on one specific thing. The one in the bottom left-hand corner, the Dr. General is currently disassembling the nuclear power reactor in this mirror facility to Cerberus. It's like almost identical to Cerberus. Except this one had a gray alien in it. So he's taking that apart and sending it back to Cerberus so they can actually have a 100% fully functioning reactor. The sentient robot, or sentient artificial intelligence, whatever he is, the beer can is currently helping to reprogram the system to add in extra safeguards and stuff like that, which works out wonderful. And then it seems like everybody else seems to be playing on the moon.
Apparently.
We also have tended to not follow our normal murder hobo thing that we usually used to do. We've been like cooperating and talking with people and actually, negotiating our way out of things.
I still think
Yes.
they're all a bunch of filthy monkeys.
Getting
but
info.
A bunch of filthy monkeys.
That's another key point of my character. He believes that every other sentience is beneath him as far as the knowledge
He's not gonna stay.
and all that, but yeah. So anywho.
All right, so we were looking at the doorway. Did you want to try to figure out how to open it? When she is on the outside and she's like, I found a doorway over here, you can kind of hear where she's coming from.
Okay.
Do you want to try to investigate and see if you can find a doorway on the inside there? Are you trying to figure out how to open it from the outside?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any electronics? All right. So intelligence roll from you as well. Thank you, Sebastian. And Sebastian ain't finding shit.
And technically, I have all the electronics. Just
But you didn't go. You could have like looked at the ship and been like, "Oh yeah, this is a GC-21 space, destroyer here."
Nobody asked me to go.
You just flip the little switch right here. G turn on, G turn off, and it goes right on. Perfect.
Okay.
So what'd you get?
3.
You made it by 4,
Made it by
and you
3.
made it by 3?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you barely made it. Because 4 was what you needed off of an intelligence roll.
Woo.
Anyways,
Good job.
so you're like feeling around and pushing, and as she's like feeling around and pushing, she's actually rocking this whole ship. And she's like, let's see here, let's here, push over here, and the ship's like rocking because
that's probably why I couldn't. That's probably why I couldn't find anything. I fell over.
Yeah, you're like, let's see here, it's right about whoa.
Bam.
Anyways, so yeah, and you find if you push in, it will pop out. So you push in, and the top part pops out, and you can actually just pull it down now, and it's a little ramp. Normally, I would have made somebody make a strength check to pull it down because it's handles with hydraulic, and there's no power.
But it's you.
You're the type of person who goes, oh no, there's a locked steel door. That's easy. Shink! Shoves your hands inside and just rips the steel door off of the frame. So I'm certain you can move the thing against the hydraulic. Which is funny because as she starts pulling it down, the ship kind of rocks back, tossing you back towards the door now. Ah! All right, so there's a door now. Finally.
Woo!
Door.
The door.
The ship. It hurts us, yes. Stay away from the ship. Anyways, so Sebastian crawls in and attempts to go running around. He reaches over and tries to grab Lamp out of your hands.
He doesn't have to try and grab him. I was like, okay.
You go to hand Lamp off to him, and he grabs a hold of the lamp and starts running into the front of the ship area. And then all of a sudden, Lamp's at your feet again.
I pick Lamp up and I follow him.
I'm a lamp.
I'm a lamp. So they've stumbled into this area, into the control room of Cerberus, and there was a lava lamp just sitting there in the middle of the, not plugged in or anything, but it was still just bubbling away. And as soon as they walked in, it was like, I'm a lamp. And Dr. General down there decided that that shit should not be doing that. So he pulled out his gun and blew it away, shattered it into hundreds of pieces. Lava all over the place. At which point they came back a few minutes later and it was all reassembled again. And since then, it's become a really great friend of theirs.
Only because I picked it up.
Only problem is all I can say is, I'm a lamp. I guess it's like Groot, but a lamp.
/ teleprompt.
Yes. He can reform the lava inside to do shapes. So sometimes he'll form words or he'll do motions because he'll wave at stuff or yeah. Anyways, so you guys get into the ship. He runs all the way to the front. Light disappears. Hey!
I run up front with Lamp.
You go up front with Lamp with him. And, whoa, how did that happen?
I don't know.
How did you get the Lamp back?
I came back. He goes poof.
He goes poof? Right. Can you set the lamp down in the console over there? And let's see if we can get this thing going.
Okay.
All right. So Sebastian starts randomly pushing the empty blank screens all over the place, trying to get things activated. And nothing happens. Yeah, 665 will do that. Luckily,
I can't help but think that whenever you speak with Sebastian's voice, I can't help but think of
I want my cookies.
The pedophile off of Family Guy.
Yes.
I've got some popsicles in my pocket for you. It's terrible. So bad.
Anyway,
can I copy just pressing on the blank?
You want to randomly press buttons? Sure, why not? Go ahead and make me a 3d6 roll.
551.
551. That's an 11. Yeah, sure.
My intelligence is a 12 minus.
Nah, that's not gonna matter. This is a whole random thing. You pushed on there. I don't know. I think it's part of the window, but I'm still gonna hit it anyway. We're just gonna see if that does anything.
Oh, hey, look! I made ice. It's the ice maker.
So, anyways, you're pushing stuff, and all of a sudden, Lamp starts to vibrate, and the lava inside him gets all like sideways jiggly. I don't know how to better describe that. Like, like you know the graphs that happen with earthquakes. I know everybody here is used to earthquakes by now, right? Eh?
I wouldn't know. I haven't really felt them over here.
So done. I felt an aftershock last night when I was trying to fall asleep, and it shook me awake, and I was like, "Dang it! I have work at 4 a.m."
Oh, it was so hilarious when it went off. I was laying in bed with Sapphire over there, and just had my arm cuddled up next to her, and I was cuddled up to her back, and all of a sudden the whole house started shaking, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, I think we're totally having an earthquake." And that was as excited as either one of us got. Didn't get up. We could hear the whole house going creak, 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 creak above us. We're just like, it's an earthquake.
It's an earthquake. Hopefully we
I was at work when it hit close to the epicenter, and so it was like, it was rough. It broke a water main in my wing, and so it was raining from the ceiling.
It's raining boxes! Down on my head, boxes! Anyways.
Pretty much. I work at UPS.
Yeah, I know. I'm not dead. Next part of the song. So you're sitting here and you're pushing around and you flip a switch and a red blinking light comes on.
I did something.
Bing, bing, bing.
Never a good sign when it's a red blinking light.
At least it wasn't followed by a klaxon. That's when you know the shit has hit the fan.
Good thing I don't know what one of those are.
Maybe this ship has silent klaxon.
Really? Silent what purpose would that be? All right, we've got this really, really loud, annoying alarm to make sure everybody knows something bad is happening. Can we put that on mute, though? Because, it is annoying.
Hey, you don't know what these aliens were thinking when they were driving the ship around.
A silent
They might have been
klaxon.
just like, mute the alarms. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No one will set it off. It's fine.
Shows here the alarm has been going off for 712 years.
Oopsies.
All right,
The anti-theft.
so back on the planet, let's see here. And we're going to go with Skippy. So Skippy, you and Bridget are currently programming the stuff. Henry has already gone back to the other facilities, been gone for a few hours. They're up on the moon for a few hours at this point. And just as you guys bring the new programming online, your system detects 12 incoming transmissions.
Oh, Jesus.
12?
12 of them.
Sorry.
12?
Jesse, just
Table
keep
flip.
flying around.
Let me just throw stuff around. Well,
When you're on mobile.
this can't be good. I mean, is the buffer working?
Yes, it's in place to move one transmission.
At a time?
Yes. We never really figured that more than one would be coming in. This was just a precaution.
Right.
And now there seems to be 12 of them showing that they're coming in virtually simultaneously.
Am I able to lock down basically the mat trans itself so that they can't just open the latch or open the hatch?
Yes. Yes, you can physically lock down the door so they can't get in.
So I yell to what's her bucket?
Bridget,
and I'm like, lock it down. We have incoming.
and all we hear is your character. Anyways, so she goes over, she locks the thing down. It's got a big clip thing that goes through to hold the bar steady so it can't spin around because it's like a submarine door.
Right.
Anyways, so she physically locks the door down. The first transmission comes in, and as soon as it hits, there's a bright flash of light, and the second transmission comes in. And then just a few moments later, there's another. Each time you can hear it starting to power down the whole. But it never gets all the way down before another. And there's huge flashes of light that come through until all 12 of them have come through. And then everything seems to calm down.
And it's not wiping out the previous arrival.
No, it shunted the first arrival into the buffer.
Right.
And then the buffer disconnects itself. So it can't be overwritten.
Right.
That's how she designed it, so that nothing can happen to that buffer if something comes in. Because she figured, like, if you tried to teleport in at the same time that Henry tried to teleport in, that it's important enough that we make sure that nothing overwrite one of you.
Right.
And so as soon as it's got one locked in that buffer, it disconnects its connection from the mat trans.
So technically, after all said and done, there's only going to be 2 transfers that actually complete, right?
Right, number 1 and number 12.
Jesus Christ.
The first and the last.
So what's in the mat trans right now?
You open up the door, or you peek it through the window, or what?
Window.
You hover up to the window. As you glance in, you can see 6 figures laying on the ground. They seem to be wearing these big black trench coats, similar to the one that's underneath Dr. General's lab coat.
Okay.
They've got the helmets that come down and cover all the way up over their noses and stuff. Think Judge Dredd mask.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, there's 6 of them laying in there unconscious on the floor.
Awesome.
Not what I would have said, but yeah.
Well, I don't have anything else to say. Well, shit.
Well,
Better reaction.
So, I mean, they appear to be out cold, right?
oh, they are out.
Okay.
Zap him.
So,
They're already out cold.
I tell Bridget, okay,
Keep him that way.
let's drag these guys out.
Do a
and tie 'em up.
backflip.
Would you tell Bridget?
Drag them out one by
Okay.
one and tie them up, basically. Because I
So
can't
she
really
goes-
help her. She has to do it by herself.
So she goes to try to drag them out, and they're well. Hold on, let me roll for. She's able to get one out
Before the other ones.
before they're starting to wake up.
Okay,
Um,
so immediately after she gets the first one out, I will activate the lock mechanism again
Okay.
and lock the door down. And then tell her to tie up the other one.
Okay. So you've got one sitting in the control room, tied up. She's got him zip tied, hands and feet behind his back. She found a weird gun attached to his right forearm,
Uh-huh.
a little pop-out holster. She removed that. She didn't call it a weird little gun, though. She showed it to you, but she called it a sin eater.
Okay. Would she have grabbed what she thought would have been, or what she would have assumed would have been the person in charge, just by the looks of how are they all dressed exactly the same?
All identical.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Anyways, he's starting to wake up now.
Cool.
Taser him in his neck.
Yeah, basically Taser is like right next to his head, and I wait for him to become fully conscious.
Okay. He's fully conscious.
Who are you, and what are you doing here? Also, friend or foe?
Also, friend or foe.
Gotta throw
The guy
that in.
looks up at you and he's like, "What kind of question is that? Friend or foe? Do you ever really have anybody say that they're friend or foe?"
Well, to me, you're all just filthy monkeys, so, you know, I guess it's just something that somebody else said in our group, and I decided to try it out.
I am Magistrate Carlin.
Okay, who are your buddies?
My fellow magistrates.
Where are you from?
Cobaltville.
Where are you from?
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just clear out the Matrans and, you know, get rid of all your buddies and leave you stranded here.
Because if we don't report back, Baron Cobalt will be sending people over land.
Okay.
He's heard this is the place of the resistance. We were sent to check it out.
I don't know about any resistance. We just exist here.
We're not a resistance, we're just an existence.
Exactly.
Well, from what I understand, the traitor and his compatriots live here. And then you see him glance up at Bridget. I see you've got the red-headed bitch here as well.
Oh.
Ooh. You know, you should try using some nicer language. I've grown
Yep.
quite fond of the filthy monkeys that I'm with, and you don't want to make me angry.
I swear I'll crawl down your throat and expand to make you.
Exactly. No, but yeah.
Well, not throat, anus.
Oh, Jesus.
Just gets inside and he's like, I'm a half an inch more around. Gonna talk yet? Oh, new forms of torture.
Oh my
Just
god.
shove Skippy up in there. It's all right. All right.
We'll just
anyways,
give him the Skippy.
Oh god.
Anyways, if we don't report back, he's going to assume that we were captured and killed.
Okay. So, just your group, or were there more of you?
Just us. 6 of us. Why?
Well, needless to say, we had 12 incoming, transitions, or whatever you want to call them, before you actually arrived. The first one's still in the buffer, but the other 10 don't exist anymore.
I don't know. What you're talking.
Yeah, well, probably better that you don't know. More than happy to send you back. I can promise you that there is no resistance here. I mean, she's here with me, but we're the only ones that are here.
We've detected travel of traitor Lakesh.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's been using this facility. We were
Yeah,
sent here to find him and bring him back for justice.
but I can't promise that he'll be back.
Where did he go?
That I couldn't tell you.
What the hell are you, anyway? Are you a drone operator?
No, I'm an AI.
What the hell is that?
Artificial intelligence. Clearly, you're lower than the filthy monkeys in the intelligence factor.
Well, I was sent to find out Lakesh was using this place. Clearly, since the red-headed bitch is here, he is using this place. Base.
No. He was using this place. He's gone now. I could not tell you where he went, but he's gone.
Well, he doesn't point because his hands are behind his back.
Right.
But he kind of motions.
That one?
That woman, yes, that woman over there is one of the 3 that helped Lakesh escape. The other 2 were Kane and Grant.
She
You met
might
them.
have been, but she works for me now.
Mr. Skip Leg Day guy.
Yes, skip leg dig. Wait, was this the one you wanted?
No, just had a handful,
Oh.
and I don't.
Yay!
I forgot I had them in my pocket.
I love pocket candy. Anyway, so
She works for me now.
you feel her nudge you.
Yeah. I'm not giving up anything. Let's be real.
So, why don't you give me the red-headed bitch, and I'll go back. There's a warrant for her adjudication as well.
You're gonna have to do better than that, because she's more valuable to me than she is to you.
That's not true. To me, she's our life.
You want to say that one more time?
I said, to me, she is life.
Yeah.
If I don't return with at least one of them, the Baron will not be happy. Valerie, Baron's not happy.
Too fucking bad.
Well,
Better not.
That's closer.
I have a proposition for you.
That looks good.
Do you think that's closer?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What's that?
I let your cohorts out, one by one. They each get disarmed by my friend over here. And we let or see who's stuck in the buffer. And if they have a more convincing story, then maybe they get her, or maybe you get her.
What do you mean? They get her or I get her?
I mean, I don't know who they are, so you know, for all I know, there are more of you, or they are an entirely different group of people or things, or space Nazis, because I've seen those.
Because those are a thing now, evidently.
Or half aliens, or you know, you got to work with me a little bit here because I'm new to this space time.
So Henry, make me a roll real quick.
Just a straight roll?
No, your nuclear engineering modifying your scientist.
Engineering. Made it by 4 on the nuclear engineering, so that's a +2.
What?
This look funny.
What?
This is my thing. It's not on the
Made it by
camera
5.
anymore.
Oh my god.
I made it by 5.
Made it by 5. All right.
That's not enough.
Academics?
None for you.
None for you. Come back next year. Anyway, so you have everything all loaded up for your next shipment back to Cerberus.
Yep. And I hit the button.
All right.
I don't know any different.
Yeah, nobody knows any different. So, as you're like, we'll let your people out one at a time. And we'll see what's gonna happen. You hear
Well, that went south. Now,
Just a very quiet. Now you just hear a very quietly echoing whistle coming from inside, going.
and Henry, for some reason, the door's locked. You can't get out.
Guys, bang, 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 bang.
I know.
Bridget, go check and see who it is.
Oh,
It's Henry.
Oh, let him out.
So she opens up the door to let you out.
Let him out.
Which one do you want?
This.
I see the guy there, and I'm like, what's going on?
Don't worry about it. Get your stuff out for a second so we can clear the buffer.
Okay, I take the next 5 to 10 minutes, transferring everything off the
Is
cart
this
into
dude
the other cart,
looking at us in horror
and then pulling the
because
cart off
he's got...
and out of the mattress.
All right, so
Is he straight up looking at us in horror because we just basically killed all of his cohorts?
he has no idea. You just got done saying we could remove your friends from there one at a time. He has no idea that they're all gone. It's completely over his head.
Wait,
I'm just like, what's going on?
No, the one guy is still there. There were 5 other guys inside the mat trans.
oh,
They're dead.
They just don't exist. Because Henry just came through, wiping them out. Yes, awkward.
I look over at Henry and I'm like, well, you just solved a conundrum of mine, at least temporarily. Let's see what's in the buffer.
What kind of conundrum?
I'll tell you as soon as we clear the buffer.
Okay.
I instruct Bridget to
Reconstitute the buffer.
Yeah, so she puts back in the digital bridge between the two systems, and has it reinitialize the buffer. And I just noticed that you'd messaged me.
Yep, I was exactly doing that. You and me were synced there.
See, you should do it in the group chat thing, because that's the one that I have up. The other ones are all hidden by the microphone.
Good to know.
But
It still worked out great.
after this is over, can us essential employees get a month of quarantine while the rest of y'all run things for a minute?
I think so.
She's doing the thing that our other person normally does.
Well, she hasn't been here in quite a while.
I know,
to
you're
do
missing
it.
her, huh?
Yeah.
So anyways, the buffer fires up, and it takes a while. It's like it hangs. It goes, and then it finally goes off.
Okay.
And the door opens up, and out stumbles Lakesh.
Oh God.
Well, at least we got everything on the moon taken care of. Well, what is going on here?
Oh, some stuff happened.
Traitor!
Needless to say, don't listen to him. Just ignore him. And I proceed to zap him in the neck.
You're like,
Don't worry about that guy. It's fine.
traitor! Don't listen to him! Zap!
Don't worry about it.
Needless to say,
What is going on? Who is this person in the control room?
let me explain, okay?
Yes, please
So-
tell me the explanation that justifies having a magistrate here in the room.
So,
There's no good explanation.
just as we finished doing what we were doing to make the Mattrans function better,
Safer, says Bridget.
safer, yeah, safer. We had 12 incoming all at the same time. And you turned out to be number 1 and got stored in the buffer. Thank God.
Thank God.
I've never been so happy to see your filthy monkey face.
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not.
You should. Number 12 was a group of 6 magistrates. They came through much like most of the rest of my compatriots did the first time we met trans, knocked out and on the floor. We drug him out so that we could question him, tied him up, and we were about to negotiate some kind of deal to let the other ones out when my favorite person, Henry, took care of the problem for us and Matt Tranced in, effectively destroying the other 5 magistrates, because the first dude didn't sound like he was going to cooperate all that well.
Oh. Well. You definitely were right. That did solve the problem.
Yeah. Needless to say, then we decided to let the buffer, or clear the buffer and let whoever was there out. And it was you. They are searching for you. I told them that you weren't here. More or less lied my ass off to try and make sure that they didn't know where you were, because they didn't seem like very savory people.
Who told them?
I wonder who the
Who this?
I wonder who the other 10 were, though.
Yeah, I'm a little interested in that, but if we had let them, like, if we hadn't reset the Mattrans the way we did, then Lakesh would be dead, and the only people we'd be dealing with is these magistrate folks.
It's true.
Or at least just one of them.
Or at least one of them, yeah.
Because the others would have been wiped out by Henry.
You're welcome.
Needless to say, we've managed to not very difficultly extract some pretty decent information from him as far as they apparently know you've been traveling through the Matrans. Somehow they're tracking you. And they're trying to determine if you were here or if you were somewhere else or what you were doing, determine what was here, and then attempt to bring someone, things, whatnot, back with them, assuming probably bringing you back with them so that they could prosecute you, kill you, do whatever they're going to do. And
Fourth time roll back.
anywho, they said that he said that if he doesn't return with somebody, I'm assuming that they'll probably kill him because he returned empty-handed, but also if he doesn't return at all, that they'll be sending people overland. So we could expect some company.
We should just send him back and let the Barons deal with him.
But we're on the moon.
Well, just kidding.
So
we could. I mean, I've got the most of the equipment necessary. I could create I can make a dirty bomb. We could return to sender.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
I'm not kidding. I pretty much have most of the components to make it.
If only I had some nuclear fissionable materials around.
We got a lot.
I mean, we could do this, but we don't know the address he came from.
Can't we just resend like we've done before?
Right, but that would take us back to where you just came from, since you were the one to last dial in.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, there is another option.
Well,
We could send him to California.
Yeah.
What is funny about the California?
It's underwater.
And we have a friend there.
But again, would this not be him not returning?
Yeah,
Well,
so-
that's why I was more saying to return him.
I mean, if you've got a better idea, Lakash, that doesn't involve sending you or Bridget, because he wanted to take Bridget too, because apparently there's a bounty on her head as well, or a warrant out for her arrest, because they think that they're the law. That's
Well, technically, they are the law.
to them, maybe.
Well, they are the only law in the Deathlands.
Well, I mean, do we follow their rules?
We do not know. No.
Yeah,
We would
So,
be
technically,
more
they're
along
not
the lines of the
really
resistance.
yeah, they called you the Resistance, and I was like, never heard of that, because, yeah, anyways. So, I mean, we can keep him here for a little bit, and we could go with Henry's plan and send a dirty bomb through.
But again, we do not know where to send it.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that we don't figure that out by getting the coordinates from Homeboy over here.
That is true. He would have to know how to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, of course, one of his cohort was actually the one who does the dialing and he's just an idiot. But we
So
won't
we've
know.
got normally they travel in groups of 6 for scouting. So we have a 1 in 6 chance.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody got a D6?
Oh, I had this one in my pocket.
Perfect. Roll it for me.
Dos.
Oh, looks like we crapped out.
We won't know
Anyways.
until we wake him up. So, do you got any medical supplies or anything that we could use that might make him a little more talkative?
Bridget's like, yes, I have some stuff. Want him talkative? I can get him talkative for you.
Okay. I mean,
You want me to
I
go
don't,
ahead?
I don't want him to be so much so that he won't shut the hell up when I want him to shut up, obviously. But, you know, Something.
How are
to-
the labs looking here in Cerberus, guys?
I've been
Well, we
busy.
actually haven't done anything to them.
Yeah.
Well, but what I mean is, like, are they stocked in any way?
Not really. I mean, the medical bay has like 50 medical units in it, and not very much.
We don't have any more. We don't have any more blood transfusion packs.
I'm not worried about
Use
that.
them all.
I'm just looking for like basic chemical.
So Bridget goes and kneels down in front of the guy and peels off his coat over the back of him. So it goes down to where his hands are. And you just hear, and she's like, that ought to take care of it.
Oh Christ! Is he
He
awake?
stands up and you see 8 of these high intensity caffeine patches all over him now.
While you guys have fun with that, I'm gonna go check out the labs and see what chemicals we have laying around.
You do that. We'll be here. Actually, no, we won't be here. Lakesh, should we move this to your office?
Yes, we do have a detention
Why don't we just?
facility.
I was gonna say, why don't we move into a detention
Okay.
cell, guys?
That works too. I mean, I just figured you'd want to be comfortable, not necessarily him. I could give 2 shits about his comfort.
My bottle of scotch is like right next to my decoy keyboard.
I would rather him be secure than me be comfortable.
Okay.
My 186 years have taught me that comfort is not always the best.
Well, let's take him down to holding then.
All right, and just as you guys get him into holding, he seems to be waking up.
Perfect.
Toss him in. The gates slam shut, and you can hear him. Whoa! What the hell was that?
I don't know. What's wrong with
worth
you?
caffeine.
Is there something wrong?
No, not at all. What's going on? Where am I? Why am I in this? Why here? Why am I here? What's going on?
Well, you told us.
Did you let all of my allies out?
Yeah, sure. As far as you know.
Yes, because you told me so.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
We took all their weapons. You saw Lakesh come through the door.
well, did?
Yeah, you did.
He's a traitor.
I was somewhat disappointed in him because he came back. I was hoping to try and keep him away for a little while. Excuse me.
He's a traitor.
So you say,
must
but
return from adjudication.
you haven't given me any reason for why he's a traitor yet.
Because he broke the laws of the barony.
By doing what?
Well, first off, he stole some of the sacred knowledge. The knowledge that must not be disseminated amongst the people. And he told the red-headed bitch about it.
Okay.
They were able to turn 2 of our best and most senior
How's it going?
magistrates. 4 of them escaped,
Okay.
stealing a whole bunch of knowledge and equipment.
So,
They seem to have plans on trying to assassinate the Baron.
have you read any of this knowledge yourself?
No, I am not cleared for this knowledge.
Okay. So how do you know it wasn't his knowledge to begin with that your Baron took?
Because he's one of the keepers.
Okay. I haven't actually ever met said Baron, so I'm not gonna trust what you say about this other person. Do you know how to get back?
Yes, I do.
You know how to use the mattress.
Yes, I know how to dial. I plug in my 16-digit number, 86943527404, and then I hit the big green button, and it sends me.
I immediately commit that to my internal memory.
Afterwards, she's like, why the hell did I say that?
Say what?
I don't seem to be able to mentally monologue. And you can hear the Bridget from behind. She's like, "That's the sodium pentothal."
Wait, they are putting sodium pentothal in caffeine patches now?
No. I gave him a shot of sodium pentothal and 12 patches.
Oh,
to make
okay.
sure that he was willing to talk and unable to not talk.
Okay. So, anywho, they're not coming back with you, but we will send you back.
Why are they not coming back?
Because I
We
like
must all
them
return
more
together.
than I like you, and you haven't given me any reason to like you enough to send them with you.
But we all must return.
Must we?
Well, not we. He points to you. But my compatriots must return with the traitor and the red-headed bitch.
Okay. Okay.
Also, do you have Kane and Grant here?
Can't say is that I've ever met those two.
Searching for them as well.
Yeah, they weren't with us when we got here.
Also, I think I've shit myself. What was it that you hit me with earlier?
A stun gun.
Why the hell did I just say that?
It would take a very, very strong individual to not just totally shit themselves after being hit by said stun gun. Anyways, is there anything else you feel like telling us?
Would you do me a favor?
I haven't been sexually active in almost 3 months. The last time I was, it wasn't a successful copulation.
Okay, okay. So,
Telling people.
I've been passed over for promotion 4 times now.
so
I hate the Baron.
So is really?
As soon as he says that, you see his eyes get big, like, why am I saying this shit?
Really? So why do you need to go back?
Because I have to go back. My son is there.
Okay. And where exactly is your son located?
He's training to be a magistrate. He's in Tower 4.
Okay. How far away from the Matrans is Tower 4?
The only Matrans is at the top of Tower 1, which is in the center of the spires. He's at least 200 floors away from where you would have to travel down 100 floors to the bridges that connect the 5 spires, 5 towers. Then you would have to travel to his tower, and then travel up to where he's located.
Okay. And where does the Baron reside?
At the top of Tower 1.
Oh, okay. That's convenient. Give me
Yes,
1
the
second.
Matran
please.
system is in his levels.
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second, and I...
As you walk away, you can hear him go, why the hell am I telling them all of this shit?
So I hover over to Lakash, kind of out of sight,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, so this dude doesn't even like the Baron.
Most of us do not.
I feel like we might be able to turn him and take out the Baron as long as we can commit to trying to save his son.
It is possible. Jesse, where did you go?
There
My
she is.
screen's being stupid. It keeps telling me to update an app, but I can't update it until my Apple Watch charges. But I gotta buy a new Apple Watch charger to charge it,
Oh, rude.
and so it just keeps popping up, update, and freezing everything.
The triple combo, got it.
So basically, my thoughts are, the Baron and his residence are in Tower 1, according to this guy.
Yes,
also where
the
the
Baron lives at the top of Tower 1.
That's where the Matrans resides as well.
Yes, this is also true.
His son is in Tower 4 training to be a magistrate.
That makes sense. That is the security tower.
Depending on yield, if we could do it right, we could take out Tower 1 but leave the rest of the tower standing.
It is possible, but most of the control mechanisms are also located right there at the top of Tower 1.
No, right, I understand that we'd have to go overland to do anything else, but if we took out Tower 1, took out the Baron, cut off the head of the snake, so to speak, who's to say?
What I mean, though, is the control mechanisms for the life support, the air circulation system, the electricity manufacturing, all of that stuff is all also at the top of Tower 1.
So we'd effectively be shutting them down to the Stone Age.
It would be very catastrophic. Many thousands of people would die.
Well, why? Where are they located?
Well, none of the towers have access to the outside. The air for all of the towers, for the hundreds of floors on each tower, is all provided by the air circulatory system, which goes to the air purification processors down on the basement level, and then is brought up with all of the air ducts and fans to distribute the whole place. If they did not have all of those fans running, it would quickly build up and be too poisonous of air. Everybody would die.
I want to see if the charger cord actually works.
But this does not also have to be a bad thing.
Right, no, like, end of the day, I think the plan should be to definitely take it out, but I'm not a total jerk, despite my,
Kill all the filthy monkeys.
Needless to say, if we could plan it out right, I could shrink myself small enough that I could go back with him if we can convince him to go back, retrieve his son and any other followers that maybe have some of the same feelings. And move out, but then blow everything up after we leave. I mean, there's a lot more planning that needs to go into this, I realize, but just the vague concept of an idea here.
I mean, we could do that. The only problem that you will have to understand is that while there are the 5 towers, below the towers, completely surrounding them, is a city of approximately 100,000 people.
Okay.
You explode the top of one of the towers, that will rain down dangerous debris on all of them.
Well, how much do we care about those people if they're still following the other dude?
That's the whole thing. People live in the cities not because they want to, but because they would be killed if they try to leave.
Okay. Well,
Most people do not like the Barons. Any of the Barons. There are 9 of them.
Well, that's true. Did the Barons like each other?
I have not met any of the other Barons. Let me just...
Give me just 1 minute, and I turn around and walk back into the,
All right, we're gonna pause with you for tonight, and Camille,
Woo!
make me one more roll for an intelligence roll. You pushing buttons and stuff with everybody else, softly pushing buttons. Let's see what happens when I push this button. Oh, my hand went through the console. Probably not a good thing, right? Oh, 1, 2, Still got a 9.
4? Made it by 4?
You made it by 4? Nice.
Is this
Yes. Made it by 4. Ah, god damn, alright. So, like you and Camille, are like flipping in the same area, and like both of your fingers touch as you flip a switch, and all of the lights for all of the consoles all come on at the exact same time.
Ooh, pretty.
At the exact same time, Sebastian yanks on one of the controls, and you feel the ship shoot up and smack into something.
Oh God.
And we're gonna have to break there for tonight. Went a little bit longer than we planned on.
Yeah.
It's 'cause we started late, though.
At home.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll pause there. Pick this up next week.
We just crashed into the ceiling.
Yes. Well, you crashed into something.
Something.
The ship wasn't even sitting flat. It was kind of at a tilt to begin with. So you. Yep.
We could do a day a week if nobody's working.
Well, Sapphire just brought up we could always do this more than one day a week if nobody else is working. So that's
Yeah, it all depends on what the group wants to do.
Yeah.
gonna say. That's up to you guys.
I mean, we can. All of my evenings are free
Yeah. As
Yeah.
long as it's in the
with
later in the
my
evening.
second job not being operational.
I can probably only manage 2 days a week personally. Any more
Yes,
than that,
because you has a wife too.
I have a wife too, and I am still working. Even though it's from home, I am still
Yeah.
working. So
Alrighty. Well, we can talk about it all on our page.
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
Do
All
me a
right.
favor.
We'll see you guys later because we got to head out though. We
Yeah,
gotta go
no,
get the kids.
All right,
that's
guys.
fine. Go pick up kids. Do me a favor though. Type in. I don't care if it's the same series of numbers, but a random series of numbers into the Discord chat so that I can have them for next time.
Oh, for the address
Yeah.
for where.
Because I still
All
haven't
right.
decided whether or not I'm going to let this guy go back by himself or any of that, but I'd like to have the address one way or another. So,
Okay, sounds good.
thanks. Have a good night, guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.